Why don't we have little holders like usual, Jake?
Because it wouldn't clamp onto this table.
How'd the laptop buy go?
It's great.
He has it.
He was like a little...
Show it to us.
You want to see it right now?
Sure.
Did you actually open it up and make sure it's in there?
Yes.
That's good.
I opened it up. It was... Oh, thank you. Just give me a sec. The box was sealed, so there wasn't...
Holy.
There wasn't any... No one had opened it yet.
It's a nice new gray.
Oh my gosh.
It's the space black, baby.
Yeah.
Holy.
And
How much was it, if you don't mind me asking?
it was $2,500. He said he bought it in October, or it was bought in October for $4,800.
And it was how much?
$2,500.
Why didn't he open it up?
Because he got it as a wedding gift.
No, he didn't.
That's a crazy wedding
He
gift.
got it as a wedding gift, and he says it's too much for his needs. So I was like, all right. His needs. Like, it's too heavy of a computer for what he needs to do. So.
You're going to love that thing so... Wait, what's
Wow.
what am I seeing on... Oh, it's at the HDMI port. Got it. I thought it had a regular USB.
And you checked the cycle count.
It's
and
got
it's
two
good?
cycles.
No, it doesn't. For
Yeah.
$2,500?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was sealed.
Well, it was, but I'm sure they cycle it for, like,
It probably has
To
it.
test
in the
it.
factory.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
true.
Yeah.
That's actually a real... I think you have me beat for deals.
Yeah, I think I spent $2,200 or $2,100, but mine was 2 terabytes solid state.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
a lot of RAM. Yeah, but it's like a Wild West in my folders now because everything I download I don't delete because it's just like
Yeah,
so much
2
space.
terabytes.
That's a lot to...
It's fully
honestly,
maxed out. It's a fully maxed out computer.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
It's too much to handle.
Wow. Yeah. Now I'm just like, I probably need to shop around for some new hard drives. You know that T7 that you have that I use, the Samsung? They have a T9 now. It's twice as fast.
That was like one of the best gifts ever. I use that thing. That's my working drive still. It's twice as fast though, huh?
Yeah, the new one.
I don't really know if I need a faster one.
I know. I was thinking about that too. And
You know, the Lacy drives, because I offload to Lacy,
oh, right.
those are too slow. Those, especially if it's USB cable or like the three, and not the USB-C plug-in.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's way
yeah.
too slow.
Well, you guys put me onto the the hard drive with we put it into the dock and all of that
For backup,
like the Sabrent. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that method. But those drives are slow too.
Next, everyone needs to get on the gaming mouse. I'm going to keep beating that dead horse until someone buys it. It's going to be like Paddington 2.
But you didn't even buy me one.
I didn't think you'd use it. You don't really edit anymore, do you?
No, I know, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd like it.
But you're still like pro mouse for everyone?
I think
for
everyone,
all?
it's like one of those things you got to do for yourself.
Wow, that was a great episode
Joseph.
of Unbox Therapy. I'm sorry I was ignoring you. I was trying to focus the shot. The Empress bottled gin, Haley did a party for Claire Kittle. And it was pretty crazy because it was in San Francisco. And they bust all of the wives and girlfriends, like all the way up to this presidential suite in the hotel to have like a girls' night in which they're all moms, so they didn't stay the night, and they just boozed it up while like someone was like playing the piano in the presidential suite, and then they just contacted every brand ever to ask if they would give them free shit, and there was like Louis V and like Empress Gin and like all like way too much stuff, and then there was like extras, so now we have the world's supply of gin.
We should do a tasting.
How do you even
Literally
Not a bad idea.
be
Before the
be my guest.
Yeah.
Have as much as you want.
Is it good or is it bad?
Haven't tried it.
I think there's a guys' night in the near future with some gin.
I think everyone's coming over tomorrow. I mean, we can try
I
it.
think if I was to have a surplus of any alcohol, gin would be an interesting one to have.
Oh, I think it's a great one to have.
I
Because it all
immediate-
tastes so different.
I immediately thought of Andrew. I was like, this is like heaven in Andrew's
If
world.
anyone wants to get me a birthday gift ahead of time, it's like a gin tasting. I'd be so happy at that. Just get to figure out which gins are good.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, anyway, welcome back. David got me this like for context, he got me this little player that plays memories. And there's all these podcast episodes he loaded on. And then I was like, holy fuck, we haven't done a podcast episode in like a year. And then I was like looking back on the memories, and literally some of the things that he has recorded are like when you just switched your job and you're like talking about it. And I was like, whoa, cool, fun memories. So 2024 highlights. Also, shout out to these cookies. Do you guys want any of these? Thank you for bringing these, Andrew.
I thank my mom.
Wow.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Oh my gosh, there's music playing. Hey Siri, off. That's hilarious.
That was a good catch.
I was like, does this episode already have pre-mixed music into it? Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know how we should kick this off. I don't know if the best start would be unbox therapy, but I'm glad that you got a new iMac. A new MacBook. I will say that Facebook Marketplace is the best place to get a Apple iMac. Buying new these days just seems so not worth it. Like the M4 versus the M3 is like night and day. Like that guy paying $4,300 for a brand new computer when you can buy one for $2,000 is crazy.
It was kind of like a funny little snowball effect, because this morning I was just chatting with James about computers and technology, and then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, like I just really need to upgrade mine because it's slow. It's, I got so much buffering and lag and Premiere, and I really don't like it. And then he just gets invested in it, and he helps me out and like looks up all these things. He's like, ask what the serial number is, and I'll like send it to my friend at Apple, and he'll verify that like it is the computer it says it is and all that. I was like, that's okay.
It's a really good guy to bring with you.
Yeah.
X. He's not only a huge Apple guy, but also like worked there. So
yeah, Genius Bar.
Bar man.
So yeah, anyways, I'm happy.
Yes.
I'm happy.
All right. Well, I thought that we could go around and share our favorite memories and of the year. And anyone who wants to go first, feel free. But yeah.
Brendan, kick us off.
Brendan, are you okay? You're awfully quiet over there.
I'm just observing.
Yeah.
No. Somebody else start.
Can you hear with the headphones over the hoodie? That's kind of a dope look.
I feel like you're the most recent with big news. Kick us off.
Is this the obvious answer?
Yeah, number one.
Go for it.
So the Packers are 10-4, and it's been a really good season, and they beat the 49ers this season. So I think that's definitely my highlight
Okay.
of
I'm going to send this to Peyton.
2024.
She's really going to like that. And you scheduled your engagement party during a Packer game.
I did.
That was psychotic.
That's called character development.
Yes, and they lost that game, but we don't talk about that. Obviously, yeah, getting engaged, I would say, would be my top thing of the year.
Proud of you, man.
That was a pretty big moment, and yeah, it's happening fast. I'm excited. Life's moving in a fun direction. So
Can we talk about how fast you guys planned your wedding? It was like,
yeah.
Are you done?
I mean, like
They got the big stuff.
everything besides a florist and a wedding dress. Yeah.
So you got engaged in November, and then the wedding's in the end of June.
So you found the photographer?
Found a photographer. Found
How much?
I think I paid $10,000. No,
Yeah.
I paid like $4,700.
Dude, Brendan was making me rethink my life when he was telling
Dude,
me
I'm
all
like,
the
why are you
quotes.
guys into filming?
Yeah.
That's what I was literally ranting to Preston about this because he was telling me the prices. And I was like, dude, I know what the photographer's doing. It's not as much as the video person.
He was like, he was really making me rethink my life. Like, I was like, what the fuck? They charge $8,000 for 6 hours? I was like, what?
Dude, some of them were 10 grand.
I wouldn't even look. If I saw a number over like 5,500, I was like, that's not worth my time.
I feel like their biggest job is like crowd control. Like, all right, get together, stand there. No, look over here.
I was going to say, that's the one thing I wouldn't want to do. That's part of the job description is you need to know how to pose everyone and like tell them what to do.
Well, and they're the one that's like dragging everyone around. Like, we need you to go here. We need you to go here.
Yeah, I would say like the posing thing just comes with like naturally over time. Cause like I'll let the photographer lead and like pose people. But like if I want a shot, I'll have it pose them. Like that just comes with like reps. But the biggest bitch to being a photographer is you have a list and you got to get grandma, aunt, and this person, and then like every mix in between of every family member, like go down the list, tracking them down after the ceremony, right? And like that is a pain in the ass, and I always run for the hills when that happens. I'm like, I'm gonna go fly my drone, I'm gonna get a couple big wide family group shots, and we're gonna call it a fucking day.
Yeah,
because
makes sense.
I don't need every individual shot, and it's like pulling teeth. Like everyone's like kind of drunk already too half the time.
The light's fading. Everyone go quick. Yeah.
This has made me think, like this whole situation that you're dealing with, how I'm going to interrogate my wedding videographer. They're gonna like have to prove themselves to me, and it's gonna be great for them. They're not even gonna have to edit it because I'm gonna do a better job. I just want the raw files.
You're one of those guys?
Oh yeah.
Edit your own video.
You're
100%.
I want the raws guy.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be a psycho to them.
My wedding video has 100,000 views on YouTube. How much does yours have?
Look, buddy, I'm only hiring somebody because I can't film my own wedding.
And my buddy
Why
Jake,
do you deserve to film my wedding? That's what I'm asking them.
and my buddy Jake isn't gonna film it, hopefully.
Well, I'm not even gonna have a videographer. I've just decided that I'm just gonna have like a VHS camera or something, and everyone's just gonna pick it up and film when they want.
That's fun.
And then
I think that's pretty sick.
I'll put a little fun thing together afterwards. But I don't want to pay someone a couple grand just to
Yeah, fuck those people.
have slow-mo shots of me and my wife kissing.
So I watched one of my buddies.
Not to shit on.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, hey guys, finish the pod without me. Right? See you later.
One of my buddies had a wedding in Greece, or he was just a guy in my fraternity, and the person who filmed it, they were just so extra, filmed it like a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I was like, I didn't know you could stylistically change up weddings like that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Anyways, back to your life.
I want to see that sample. You should after the pod. That's
kind of funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have like either like a go old school or a mix of both. Cause I watched Preston's video and his video was like just so chill, and you can tell he did it, and I'm like, that's way more my style than like a formal wedding video.
Yeah, I like that too.
Like I'm only gonna watch it for like once a year maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and everyone here knows how to work a camera, so they'll be able to pick it up and take funny footage. So
I vlogged your engagement day. You can add some of that footage in somewhere.
that's what I'm saying, exactly. People can vlog. People can just.
You're also like the world's fastest editor. You would pull a wedding edit probably in like
On the
an
honeymoon?
hour. Yeah, on the honeymoon, you would import the
The
footage,
flight there.
and it would be
Wedding
done.
video is uploaded by landing.
Yeah,
Photos are taking 7 weeks. The video takes 7 days.
yeah, dude. Honestly, like it's. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but the photography thing is fucking crazy. Like you just throw a fucking preset on and it's like 10 grand. I'm like, that's nuts.
Well,
I need to change careers.
It's the classic. Like it doesn't matter what's harder. It just matters what people want more.
Yeah, that's true.
But like when you
Sometimes the easy things that make them more money.
But when you think about photography is also changing so much at like weddings are like the only real like money makers for photographers. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Let's all shit on each other.
Yeah, we're just shitting on each other's careers now. But I'm just saying,
YouTube's going down.
that people like event photography, like that doesn't really exist anymore because people just take it on their iPhones and they want it instantly. And like weddings are really the only thing where it's like, oh, well, we're going to frame these photos later. So they're worth it. They're worth it to be $8,000. But like, you know, it used to be like, oh, you have to have a photographer at every event because we need to capture the good moments. But now it's like, oh, they're going to take 3 weeks to send the photos. This isn't worth it. We'll just shoot it on our iPhone. Mm-hmm. So I just, and then now video, that's happening too with events and stuff. It's like, oh, why would we hire a videographer? I can just film this on my phone and use CapCut and we'll make an edit tonight. So I don't know. It's just changing. So that's why it's still worth it for a wedding photographer, I guess, huh? Thoughts, Taylor? Not to shit on you.
What other highlights you got?
Are we doing multiple? I think everyone should get to go around.
Yeah, everyone goes around.
And then we
I
can-
like that.
And then we can go back around.
Andrew.
You're up.
I took some notes. We're talking about best memories. Okay, I also have some things that I'm proud of, and one of the things I wanted to talk about is a full year of successful book club.
Yes.
Well, there's still 1 month to fuck it up, but yes.
Yeah, well, we started in February, so it's technically not a full year, but like we started this year and we actually kept up for an entire year. So
We're still doing book club.
And the hardest, we've had other clubs. We've had Run Club. That was kind of a fail.
yeah, that didn't,
dropped.
that didn't survive.
There's been other clubs that have failed, but book club has prevailed.
And it's the most I've read, I think, in years. Like I haven't read as much as I have this year.
Yeah, my
I've read
vocabulary.
more books than I've read ever in my life. Like this is the most books I've read in 1 year of any year of my entire life.
I used to be a voracious reader, like growing up.
Voracious, yes.
Yeah.
Lots of reading.
People that read a lot know that kind of
Vocabulary.
word.
No, I'd have like bowl of cereal in the morning before school, and I'd sit there and I'd read, and like I'd look forward to it. I'd get home from school and I'd read and have like an afternoon snack, and I loved it. But then I got into photography, and like technology just took over everything, and that was it. Like that was it. I was like, I never had time to read. So this book club has been like very refreshing.
I was audiobooking on my drive over here, and shit is getting super exciting. And I was like, I'm still thinking about it right here. Like,
Are we having book club?
yeah, have you started yet?
Yeah, I finished the first chapter.
Oh, okay. So you got some
Nice.
good ways to go. I have so many theories about like what's gonna happen at the end.
David
I wanna
was
talk
only
about.
at like halfway through, and then I was like, you're gonna open it and you're just gonna finish it.
That's where I've been like
And
racing. I've read like 200 pages in probably the past 2 days.
It's been, I took a break on it, but it's been my favorite pick of
I
book club.
finished in 3 days. I already knew what happened. That's the funniest part.
So, side question that doesn't matter for this podcast, but does the season end with the end of the book? Is it just like a limited series?
yes.
Okay.
It gives me Severance vibes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now we're having book club.
Yeah.
Now we're having book club.
I don't know
Pivot.
anything about this book, and
pivot,
I don't want it to know anything. I want to be so surprised.
Okay, one of my top memories was our camping trip and then going to film with Preston the day after. That was one of my highlights for this year where like we just had such a good time together.
That's a banger.
And then I went and did like a really exciting thing where Preston was building a tree house out of rope and I was climbing up in a 100-foot tree. I would say that's one of my top memories.
And that
this
video
year.
was like trending on YouTube, right?
Yeah, number 27.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And you had a little corn head. You found a cornfield on the way back. That's when we first were delving into your.
That was peak Cornhead hype. I want to say like your birthday when we did the birthday run. And then we're at Lazy Dog. And then I want to say shortly after we were doing the camping trip. Yeah, all that was going on at once. So that was definitely one of like
weekend.
one of the happier times of memories of 2024 for me.
That's a good one. That was a good camping trip. We need to expand. Speaking of Pinecrest camping, we need to book those campsites for next year. And I say we book the both like 2 campsites next time, like we were saying.
Yes, make it a whole thing.
So we need to get a whole squad. So Taylor, get your girlfriend and some more people, and we'll do a big
Yes.
squad.
Yeah.
We need to find a time to do it.
Sign me up.
Heck yeah. All right, Taylor, what's your favorite memory?
At the start, am I talking right
I
here?
love how
Yeah.
how accurately
Right here.
you're doing the instructions.
Which what?
Like you're very like right about like.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
on the.
yeah. He's like,
it actually helps.
No, it
Yeah.
helps a lot.
Yeah.
I put my thumb on this and I
Yeah.
don't forget because it's not. You got to
I'm
tuck
just saying
into
your
it.
form is very good.
Thank you.
Ooh.
At the start of the year, so I had a trip coming up to the South Pacific that I really wanted to go scuba diving.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's a sneeze. Go, keep going.
Oh,
Okay.
let it out.
Wow, that was dedication. Like you could have just done it.
Yeah.
We could have edited it out, but instead it looked like you were having a
painful to watch.
stroke.
So I wanted to go to I was going to the South Pacific, and the the company I was going with was gonna start a dive program, and I was like, I want to do underwater videography, and they said that they would pay for my certification. I was like, sign me up. So I did that, and I convinced Brooke to do it with me, which was really cool. She doesn't like cold at all, really, or like really cold water. So this was a little bit of a challenge because we were getting certified in Monterey. But we did it, and we did the whole thing, and it's one of those things that's like, it's kind of expensive thing to do, but it's so cool. So I really want to do more of that. And I know you talked about like goals for 2025. I think one of my goals is do a lot more scuba diving, because we're so close. Like we have Monterey right here. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so that's the first one. Scuba certified.
Every couple months, go scubaing.
Yeah.
Would you bring your camera too?
So I have a waterproof housing for my iPhone. So that's what I use to film on. I didn't want to spend the same amount as like a small car on an underwater housing, you know?
Yeah.
I was like,
Why are you looking at me while you do that? He just turned.
No, he didn't want it to pick up on the mic, so
You didn't have to lock eyes with me.
these treats are a
Oh,
distraction.
you were looking at me.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
no, that's good. Yeah, so I shoot with my iPhone. I don't have a light though. I kind of need a light for video.
Was that scuba diving trip Brooke's favorite memory of 2024?
Stop.
No, she did like it. She said to me, she said that she wanted to do a dive. She said, I want to do at least one dive this year. I was like, I want to do way more than that.
So you took her spot on the on the cruise for the dive spot?
Oh yeah.
All right.
She still got to dive.
Let's stop. Yeah.
I saw sea turtles.
I was scrolling through my camera roll and I saw a shot of I guess the theme of this year was that I went to Cabo twice and I went to New York twice, which was like really random. That just we happened to go twice, and the second time was for a wedding, and I saw a photo of me taking photos on that point and shoot camera, and then I realized that like someone stole that from me, and that all of those hundreds of photos that I was probably taking that day drunkenly were just gone. And I was like, wow, that was like not only a really good memory being in Cabo 2 different times, but I just saw that photo and I was like, damn, I got. Probably partially my fault too, but yeah, that's what.
So some bad memories with that good memory.
Yeah. It was a good memory of I
missed that camera too. All of our events were like photographed.
I know.
Yeah, and you guys put that film look on it. They look so.
I know.
So
it's
trendy.
I need to get another one. I don't know, but no, good memories in the sense that I'm very forgetful. I set my camera down everywhere and forget about it. So it's a good reminder for me to not do that. But yeah. Brendan, do you have anything that could possibly top the Packers? Being 10-3.
Being what?
Are they 10-3?
10-4.
10-4.
Yeah, 10-4. Lost to the Lions.
What about I hate to say the name, University of Oregon?
They might be natty, baby.
Ooh,
Natty.
Ooh, it's a good year for Brendan. It is
next year. Yeah, next year has the potential to be maybe the best year of my entire life.
Wow.
Does that mean it's? Never mind.
Does that mean what?
I don't know.
It's all downhill.
Yeah,
from
it's all
here.
downhill from there.
If Oregon won the natty, I got married, and then if the Packers won the Super Bowl,
wow.
I might have to die before 2026.
Yeah,
because there is nothing that will top that.
Got to pay your dues. I know that was a segue though to see if there was any other great memories of your 2024 as we wrap up the year.
I think you brought up. I was gonna bring up camping. That was a good one. I love that. That's kind of come a tradition. And then Cabo was fun. That was a blast.
Yeah,
A little international trip with the friends and the girlfriends. That was a super dope one. I wish everybody came, but it's okay. we had fun people there. It was a good time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
wow.
the best were there.
Yeah, just the people that mattered were there, you know. And, yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to think about anything else.
Nice. Andrew?
I'm trying to think of things that we were all kind of like semi a part of. After the Deadpool video, when we all sat in the theater and everyone was laughing and talking about it, that was definitely a highlight memory for me.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was kind of like the catalyst of the channel.
And it was just fun. Like everyone just like didn't get up out of their seats and was just laughing and having a good time. And it was just a lot of people from like, I don't know, friends and family and stuff like that. So that was fun.
The payoff.
And then surprising Maria with a trip to Italy was definitely a highlight. That was just like such a fun, I don't know. I don't really think about trips much beforehand. Like I book them and like I don't think about them. And then like a week before it hit me like, oh crap, I'm going to Italy. And it was like, I remember sitting here and talking to you and Haley and like how excited you guys were for us. And then it started getting me excited. And then I had to like tell myself like, don't think about it because I'm going to fuck it up and I'm going to like spoil the surprise. And then just surprising her was just like, that was getting to surprise someone in a way like that was just so fun. That was definitely a highlight. And then going, obviously, was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I forgot that was this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, lots happened.
I know.
Like Cabo doesn't even feel like this year, but it was.
I know. Wow. I actually had some other bits, but Tayler, do you have any other really cool adventures that 2024? Because you kind of always have us beat world travel wise.
Yeah, but what I mean, I do like the travels and all that, but I think what's like really fun for me is when I get back and we get to have like events like the Catalina wine mixer.
Whoa.
And things like that.
You're saying you travel the world, but you look forward to coming to my house?
Well,
No, I see some of what you're saying. I have written down I had more than 3, but one of my favorites was morning runs, getting coffee afterwards, and anytime we had in-person book club. Those are like simple times that were like highlights for me for sure.
Aww.
I think it's like
Time with the guys.
maybe it's because when I'm traveling, I'm literally editing. I like shoot and then I edit and I get like no social interaction. I mean, I do, but it's, you know, if I was the photographer role, I'd have constant interaction, but the videographer role doesn't really talk to like, you just like in your editing cave, just getting stuff done. So it's nice coming back and then we have a big get together and catch up with people like that. Those are so wholesome to me, even if we end up drinking too much and I'm holding Brooke's hair in the bathroom. She slapped the bag too many times.
Oh, wow. I do remember that. I remember I forgot that I had the bag. I bought the bag. It was like
that was
$15
nasty,
bag.
dude.
And then
That did not
right when
become
everyone was
out.
way too gone, I remember I had the bag and then I made everyone slap. I didn't even have to make anybody. It just was like the star of the show. And I was like, wow, I just deleted everybody for like the next day.
Yeah, I'm glad I left before the bag came out.
Dude, I can't believe I forgot about the bag. But yeah, it was the year of hobbies. That's what I did have written down.
I was just going to say that.
I thought it was kind of fun that we had all these mini hobbies. I mean, we can still have Run Club. We really can.
Trail run club.
We're all hit the
up
back
the ante.
half of our 20s and everyone just started like digging into their hobbies and
It's
then
crazy.
making little clubs around their hobbies and everyone's like about improvements and stuff like that.
It is nuts. You hit a certain age, you hit this age, and you're just the hobby guy.
Yeah.
I got way back into cycling again. I golf now here and there
drink-
with Brendan.
Beers on trains with strangers,
I do?
right?
Wait, what?
Trains.
Your Thursday night train.
Your Thursday night.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Sorry.
that's a club.
Yeah, the beer club. The and then I think trail running and cycling made me love the Bay Area like way more. Like I was like it like was a huge unlock of like the outdoors that I was like, holy shit. This like is a great excuse to just like be out.
You guys didn't mention your marathon
the
Trail
Sespe
run. That's not one of your top best memories of 2024.
That's when I learned what type 2 fun meant. I actually do have that written down because Jack, who is not the best planner but decided to plan the entire run, he called it type 2 fun at the end. He's like, this is exactly what I expected actually, and this is like type 2 fun. I'm like, Jack, what is type 2 fun? He's like, it's when it's not fun until you finish it and then you get to talk about it. It's like a fun story. And I go, oh, that's a good way to describe it, Jack. It was an incredible story and adventure, but I will never let David and Jack plan something that I do ever again.
9 hours. 9 hours.
I loved hearing the story from all of you individually.
Taylor's breaking. I saw Taylor broken.
Dude. So this
Not to say that I wasn't broken, but just seeing another human just like at their breaking point.
You guys did a Masogi.
The 17 mile one we did for Vasona. Yeah. That one was honestly a highlight for me of the year.
And it was beautiful. Like we just went over
early in the morning
from Almaden up this mountain range and down into Los Gatos. So 17 miles. It was really
doable.
Steep.
It was attainable. We ran the whole time. We didn't stop and bushwhack. I was happy the entire time on that run. On the trail run, for the Sespe, I was happy like the beginning and at the end. And then the middle was just like, it got hot out. I got scrapes. I was hungry. It was rough.
No, I remember the
type 2 fun.
We were in the high desert and we weren't expecting to be running like in the middle of the day. We thought we'd be done by noon. And so it's like 2 p.m., the hottest time of the day. And we're on this ridge with no shade cover. And I just remember Taylor and I, it was just us. And both of us were like it was just true breaking point. Like for the both of us, we were like, are we gonna make it?
I was like, I should have trained more for this at this point. I definitely should.
I didn't even bring a hat, dude. Like I was just getting torched by like just high desert.
And then you drove home that night? That's even the most psycho part of all. Like that must have been such an exhausting drive. Oh my god!
Adobe Live, 9 a.m.
Wow. oh, I forgot. Like I thought you were talking about like, yeah, you guys drove home from the trailhead to David's.
No, you drove.
I think I blocked that from my mind.
Yeah.
Jake was talking to me the entire time because I could tell he didn't want me to fall asleep.
I felt so bad. Not only did Taylor drive, but I was like, he doesn't need to be home tomorrow morning. I do.
Oh.
And then I didn't want him to fall asleep. So I asked him every question you could possibly ask a human because we were like dozing off. I was like, so what are your thoughts about this? Oh man. Yeah, no, that was
talking about the election and stuff.
Also, David is a huge fan of our podcast because he actually clipped all the moments that we talked about him and put him into the album.
I forgot the podcast even existed. I wouldn't even know where to find it. So good for him.
I literally was like, he put those on, and that's why I texted you guys to do this because I was like, oh my God, we used to do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is great. But David is also really bad at booking Airbnbs because for when we flew out for the Cornhead fight, he picked a very small room for that we thought would be like 2 queens or maybe just two fulls, and it was like 2 twin beds for 3 grown men.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It was pretty fucked.
That's like 2017 Venture Days kind of situation.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I was like, is David worse at picking alcohol or picking hotel rooms?
Or runs?
Wow. Damn. Just 3 in a row. You don't want to comment, Brendan?
We're all just roasting him.
I want him to find this part of the video and clip it.
The problem with that is, to be fair, we were all on a call and he kept being like, oh, what about this one? And me and you repeatedly kept going, nah, we don't care, dude.
Yeah.
So
it's our fault
for me to complain when he was the one that took the initiative to.
You're right. And it is New York. New York just, we got conned by the Airbnb photos. Yeah. And New York is just a small place that has small rooms because my other room was like absolutely tiny.
And then we visit Andrew and he's in like
a palace.
suite with like a.
It was my 5th time there. I knew what I was doing by then.
Andrew just had a palace.
Yeah.
I was like,
His
oh.
bathroom was bigger than our room.
I remember you leaving and going, I wish I was going home to this.
Well, the best part was when we went and picked up all of our stuff that we left. We hung out in your room for like 3 hours.
Really? Just hanging out?
Sat
We were
on the
watching
floor,
football.
Watched football.
That's
because it
so
was
funny.
much better than
I
like,
had no clue.
We're like, he's at a play. I mean, he's gonna be gone for hours. We
That's
could just
so
sit in
funny.
this chair.
literally, one of us was on the chair. 2 of us were on the floor, like leaning up against the bed. And
you
we were
could
like-
have laid on the bed. I wouldn't have cared.
No, we were like, well, and David kept being like, dude, we should leave. Like, he's gonna get home. It's gonna be so weird that we're gonna be in here. I'm like,
I was like,
Not
he's
like
at a
we're like-
play.
not
I would have been stoked to see you guys. I,
know,
wouldn't have
I'm
cared.
Like, I'm like, he wouldn't. I was like, no.
No, I was like,
And
We
then
also got home
been,
really
like,
late.
drunk as shit, hot and heavy, making out with the door swung open, like, which I don't think would happen. Like, we're good. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like
us three are just under the bed, like, ooh.
no, we're like swing the door open. Like, oh my god, I can't wait to.
I didn't know you guys did that. That's funny.
Yeah,
It's like those movie
We
scenes.
hung out in the room for
Yeah.
a while.
That segues to my last highlight, obviously, would be the Cornhead thing. I think my highlight of that whole thing was when I was in Austin and I bought a ticket to go to New York the next day and then called them out at the Pickle Man event. It was probably like the most exciting point of all of that. That was
It's so
a
cool.
highlight. Yeah.
And then honestly, Dylan for filming that too. He got that really great clip of Cheeseball Man being like, I don't even know who that is. I was
Yeah.
like, man, this is like documentary style. Like,
Dude, when you
Filming.
called him out, that was at that point in time, that's when I learned about Cornhead versus Cheeseball. And I saw that video. Like, I just looked it up. I didn't like, I think like Brendan mentioned it in the office. He was like, do you know about the Cornhead? I was like, no. And I look up your Instagram and I see that video of you calling him out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is
yeah,
sick.
dropping in at that point
Yeah.
is really funny.
Oh,
I remember we grabbed lunch, like I think I was already in my 3rd New York by then, and like
Yeah.
I was explaining. it
Yeah,
to
Brendan
you.
just showed me that like that week.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
What a crazy concept.
well, yeah, that's pretty much all I have, guys. Taylor, you got any great more memories you want to share? You've always have the coolest, like, I feel like, places that you go. So you have me beat there, man.
The last thing is Tokyo. Like, everyone needs to go to Tokyo,
Nice.
Oh my God,
Japan. It's such a different vibe out there. And I'm not like normally like a big city guy, but it's just so different and so cool. And the food is amazing. So
I'm so jealous that you went there.
go in there.
Have I told you guys my debacle? I think I have,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Maria and I've been trying to convince Maria to go to Japan for forever, and she finally was like, I want to go to Japan. And then Jake Carlini hit me up and he said, I'll pay for all your hotels. You just need to buy a flight, because he wants to go back and he wants to go with me. And I'm like, I was supposed to go with my girlfriend. And so I'm like,
Like, he just wants it to be you and him.
yeah, boys trip.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I'm like, I worked so hard to convince her to want to go to Japan, and now she like really wants to go, and I can't just be like, peace out, I'm going with Jake.
How long would you be there with Jake?
2 weeks.
Okay.
Just you and Jake?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds so fun.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I had one more thing I just wanted to say for the cameras, because I'll probably clip this one day. I Daylio'd every day this year, so we're on the 353rd day this year, and it gave me stats for everything. So this is basically, I rated all my days, and then I said like what I did, and then I like took photos. I'd recommend it to everyone. It's really great, because I literally can just go, you go right here, and then there's on my monthly report, like photo galleries, and I upload photos from every month, so it's just your highlights.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyways, my yearly statistic says I had 58 great days, 241 good days, 48 okay days, 6 bad days, and 0 horrible days. And then it gives you, I have stats like I ate healthy 245 days, I worked out 211 days, I was satisfied with work 189. But it's interesting. It shows you the numbers, and I was like, okay, I edited 177 days. So half of the year I edited.
Fuck.
And
That's
I
crazy.
only filmed 73 days out of the year. So I was like, if that's something I want to switch for next year, I want to edit less and film more.
Wow. So you can log those questions every day?
I drank 39 days. I journaled 131 days. I hung out with friends 141 days. Family 123.
So you fill out a
That's
questionnaire
crazy.
every day?
Yeah, in the evening. And then I write about, so here's my days ranked with colors. So like green is good,
Oh my
orange is
God.
bad.
It's
one
like
of the cool
Spotify
things-
Wrapped, but like on
Yeah.
steroids.
Yeah, for real.
You have a 365-day masturbation streak.
Brendan,
You're in 1.1% of users.
You've only had sex 7 times.
Brendan, if you had Daylio, you're in the top 1% of
It is cool that the problem is you can't fall behind, because if you fall behind, I write like a lot for this is a single day right here.
Wow.
So I have
diary too.
Not everyone
cool.
I know who does Daylio does that much, but it's cool that you can go back to any year. The reason I started it, I'm on 470 days straight. I started it last year, but I was excited to do an entire full year to see how many bad days I had and how many great days I had and stuff
Wow.
like that.
So there's
So you
still
didn't
time
have-
for us to give you the worst days.
I haven't had a horrible day. I haven't had one horrible day.
Oh my
That
God.
sounds like a challenge.
I'm gonna start a YouTube
There's
channel. That's
10
gonna be my
days.
first video.
10 days. 10 days. Yeah, my Whoop has like similar things, but I haven't figured out how to like use, because it's not as good interface of like,
Yeah.
I can't go back as easily. You can go and see totals. Like I can go and say like, I shared a bed. I slept in a bed with a dog this many days.
And then it will kind of say like this increased your recovery, this lowered it. Like it does track
but,
that
like,
data over
there isn't
time.
a good like.
It's
not.
yeah. I used to do the Whoop journal, and it's not as like
Nah, it's
good as that.
That's really cool. You just sold me on Daylio, and if
Yeah.
you clip that, I think Daylio would pay
I
you.
think I'm gonna download the app.
So download today
sponsored.
and use code.
No, it's awesome. But the thing is, you just can't fall behind, because like it's one of those things like Duolingo where they get you and they're like, you're on a 8-day streak. And I'm like, well, I want to get on a 9-day streak. And then it just kept growing and growing sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
I broke 100 in golf. I think that was another one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I.
So like obviously like strokes. So like how many like in the round of 8.
I know.
He's,
Wait,
he's in the top 1%
Top 1%
of
of
strokes.
the stroke game, bro.
And 100 is a lot of stuff. No, but like a par 72 course means that if you parred every hole, which means like you did it in what they think you should be able to, it's 72 strokes. Like a par 3 hole means that you should be able to get it in the hole in 3 hits. Mm-hmm. Like a get on the green putt.
Yeah.
72 is some courses are 73, some are 71. It's just, but the 72 is around the average. And so a big milestone for people is like breaking 100, breaking 90, breaking
Nice.
80 is crazy. And then there's like people like my grandpa who like, when people say like, what's your handicap? It's basically how many beyond 72 or less than 72 do you have? So if I can average 100, my handicap would be 18. My grandpa's was +7, so that means he had 7 strokes added to his score.
Wow.
Impressive.
That is hilarious.
That good. Anyways, not to,
Hall of Fame.
yeah, literally. But breaking 100, it's honestly not even that good. It means you're pretty much
No, it's a proud moment.
It means you're
I think proud
bogeying
moments are
every
good.
shot. But this is the first year I think I've ever taken golf like seriously and like gone out every week, like driving range.
I don't know how it got added, but on my computer I have Find My Friends, but it's only you. I don't know why. And so whenever I go to check my messages, I see where you are, and you have been hustling at the golf course, dude.
Yeah,
because like I hit the sidebar thing and it comes out and it gives like your stocks and shit. And then it's just it's just like I'm reading my text messages and then it's your location.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I go and find my friends just to make sure everyone is where they should be. And I can't confirm.
You stay there.
Yeah, I'm like, this isn't right. Why are they over here? No, I will say I like the dedication, and you've taught me a thing or two about golf.
Yeah, Jake.
So
Jake had some good.
I got a birdie and a par once. on the short course.
Next year I'm gonna break 90 and I'm gonna hit my first official birdie on a big good course. I've still never done it.
I need to start saying yes when you guys invite me. I'm just like so terrible. I'm just like, I don't
Just hit the shorty, man.
Everyone's bad.
I haven't done
Everyone's bad.
I haven't done the full course, but the shorty is a great little learning
I
experience.
think I need to hit the driving range before the shorty. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
I don't know how to golf.
Just hit Top Golf, dude. Spend all your money.
No. I went to Top Golf. Or we just went, and dude, those clubs suck ass, and the balls are bad. Like it was like, I felt like I was like, did I forget everything I've ever?
We just
learned?
resorted to Angry Birds,
Yeah, it was like
in which I would like to say I crushed and won.
Yeah,
Nice.
you did.
Jake did.
I was number
Top
one.
Golf made me, since I've started golfing, I don't like Top Golf.
Since
I
I
hadn't been to Top Golf as an actual.
I hadn't been to Top Golf like maybe in 6 years, and I don't think I would go back.
Every time someone's like, "Oh, we're going to Top Golf,"
It was
Yeah,
like,
but
looks expensive.
this is a really expensive way to embarrass myself.
I was so glad I got out of that. I was just like, I don't want to pay, and it's raining, and then I'm just there.
But
yeah, I guess the family paid because I also didn't eat anything.
yeah, I didn't. I had one drink. I had one drink, and I.
And so I was like, I guess someone else paid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That reminds me, Alyssa sent us the receipt, and I asked twice how to pay, and then didn't get it. Okay. All right.
I think it's.
Wait
it's
for
not like we got
the
meals. It's not like we got
for
meals.
the dinner
Yeah.
for the dinner or for Top Golf
The tacos.
at dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, let me contribute to that. If
Oh,
I
you
can.
got stuff?
I got one drink, but figure
She
out. how to-
texted us the receipt, and I asked twice who to pay, and
Yeah.
I didn't get a response.
Just
So.
pay David. David will send the funds. The bill was like $1,000.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
I did just get one drink.
I gave her cash.
Nice.
But on that note,
Any more
Trying to figure
themes
out-
for 2024? The election was crazy. Craziest election cycle of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
AI is going crazy right now.
talk about Perplexity.
Oh my gosh. It's like I'm so mad at Google. Like I think Google search is awful because you search for anything, you don't get what you want. Their image search has gotten worse, and you get like 5 sponsored ads at the top of the page. You have to scroll down to get below sponsors now. Anyways, Perplexity, you just ask it a question. It just scrapes the internet and it cites sources, and then you can ask a follow-up. It's like way better search. Better than ChatGPT because it's like up to date. That was one of my things I was proud of this year. I feel like I embraced AI and like started to learn how to use it and implement it.
That's cool. I just used ChatGPT to. There's one thing I absolutely hate doing. It's recap videos like of the year, and I wanted to make something nice for this podcast that I do. And the last thing that I wanted to do was watch like 18 million hours of a podcast. So I asked ChatGPT, and I gave it 40 YouTube links. And I was like, can you help me make like a sizzle, like a 1 to 2 minute sizzle? And it's still working on it. It's like, I'll get back to you in 2 days.
Wow.
So tomorrow,
Did you have
I'll
to
let
pay
you
for
guys-
Pro? That's crazy.
I pay $20 a month for it.
Nice.
And I was like,
Damn.
so I will let you know what
I had
it
a
does.
great
But it said that it's
ChatGPT.
taking 2 fucking days.
Imagine how long that would take a human. That's crazy.
I had such a great ChatGPT experience with David's wedding. I was like RSVPing for it, and I told it to write me a poem about David, and I fed in a bunch of just stories about David. I don't know if we have time to read this on the podcast. It was good. It was like, no.
Do you have it? I mean, I'm kind of curious now.
Okay, hold on.
The podcast took a lull and just went over another hump.
Okay, I said, at Waterfall Lodge, where the vows will be shared, a love so true, so beautifully declared. But before this day, let me rewind to adventures with David, wild, unrefined. From the first escapade, how could we know we'd bond through Poison Oak head to toe? And who could forget that pitbull chase, running for dear life, hearts off to the race. So that's when we got chased by a pitbull.
Yeah.
And we both got really bad Poison Oak. West of the Mississippi, we conquered the skies, climbing 2 towers that scraped the sunrise. And when we filmed X Games, capturing the thrill, you were the calm while I aimed for the still. Through Death Valley sands, in a Wrangler we tore, off-roading like kings, craving just 1 mile more. College road trips, I've lost count of the ways. We lived out those moments, our glory days. Then Thailand called us with mopeds to ride, best friends abroad, cruising mountains with pride. From temples to beaches, we soaked it all in. The stories we made, they belong to the wind. But David, my friend, a moment of jest. Your wedding date's timing, I must profess. 2 days from my birthday, a true power play. Overshadowed, I'll cry. Only joking, okay? Now here you stand with Alyssa so near, a partner for life. Through laughter and tears, Alyssa so kind with a heart that is rare. She's made David better with her love and her care. And let's not forget Kitsu, the pup they adore. Their Shiba Inu, who belongs joy by the score. In Ventura, they're building a beautiful life, a home full of love as husband and wife. This totally wasn't written with the help of AI. It definitely came from the heart, in parentheses.
So is that the best man speech? Did you just win the best man?
That was so cool.
Here's my favorite part. Here's my favorite part.
Yeah.
He sends me this. He goes, Alyssa just showed me. Well, first he texts me and he goes, Alyssa and I are losing our shit at your RSVP right now. And then he goes, Alyssa just showed me this. And he sends us this. And he goes, this is your response. And then he goes, Jake's response. We can't wait to celebrate with you guys. The difference in length.
That's so good.
I don't even know what
Haley filled it out. She wrote that.
I think Peyton did the same thing.
I literally just was like, write a poem about my friend David, and I just fed him a bunch of stories.
And you say like include these stories?
Yeah.
Like stories about getting chased by a pit bull.
Yeah, and like getting poison oak and stuff like that. And then I gave it like
prompts.
I gave it. I was like, oh, I don't like this paragraph. Like rewrite this or like something.
And then what's crazy? Have you asked after you use whatever AI after a while, its memory builds?
Yes.
And have you asked it about yourself?
Dude, I would start mentioning something and it would immediately know I'm talking about Cornhead. Because I would like talk. I had so many conversations about like speeches and stuff like that, and like it knows.
Yeah,
it's insane.
There was like some TikTok trend to just like ask it like your vulnerabilities and like shit like that, or like tell me more about like, and the things that it would scrape that even from a year ago, I'm like, imagine 10 years of using this. And so I'm like, fuck, I gotta like pick an AI and keep with it, because like if you change it, if like, you go to Perplexity or you try a new one, it's like,
well, I just like Perplexity for Google search. It's really good for search.
So it's just like a good search engine.
Yeah, and then you have ChatGPT for any sort of writing, and then Midjourney for image generation.
Apps have been gathering data on us and selling it to advertisers for a long time.
And you can actually request your data. I'll end the podcast with this. I've been a long user of Nike Run Club, and this year I embraced Strava. I know, very, very big news. I embraced Strava. But the problem is I had about 8 years of Nike run data, and I just didn't want to let it go. I loved the trends, how many miles you ran last year to this year, yada, yada, yada. You can request, someone on Reddit told me that you can request your data, and you say, give me the data, and then they send it to you in like 2 weeks. You send like this like lawyer form, like it's like an AI generated lawyer form. You say, give me my data, because every company holds your data and legally they have to give it. And then they give it to you in a file that you can upload to Strava.
That's crazy.
And I was like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah, you can see what Instagram's pulled on you too. Like,
right.
You can just like request it.
Exactly. And probably knows a lot.
We should end with rapid fire what everyone's looking forward to in 2025.
All right, you
Or
first.
goals. I lost my note. What I'm looking forward to in 2025, the YouTube channel is off the ground, finally feeling financially secure and getting into posting an every 2 week rhythm is my goal.
Oh, nice. 2 weeks. That's big.
2 weeks. I love that.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'm excited to get married. I think that'll be very fun.
Yeah.
Married, honeymoon.
Bachelor party.
Bachelor party. I get to see one of my best friends get married as well, which will be very fun. And Oregon Natty, baby. Go.
Yeah, I'm at like a crossroads between what the heck I'm going to be doing next. So finding the right path, getting steady work, and learning more about, I guess, investing, because I have money in like IRAs that are just sitting there, and I don't know. I've never really gotten to investing, so I'm gonna
Starting with the psychology of money. I guess that's not really an investing book. It's more of just a money book.
Money
though.
habits. Yeah.
Such a great book.
Such a good one.
I would love to talk investing. I could talk that all day.
I think that's how book club started because you suggested that book to me.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we should have a book club.
Full circle.
It's an incredible book. I'll buy it for you right now.
I was gonna say I have a copy, bro.
I bought it. I sent it to Barnett's house, and he's YOLOing all of his money on like individuals, like one stock. He'll put like 40 grand into it, and I said, "You didn't read the book I sent you, did you?"
No.
Anyways.
That's so sad. My 2025 goal is to become a photographer. Full circle.
Yeah, bring it back. That's how you started.
Yeah, that's literally how it
Work
started.
half hours and get paid twice as much.
Yeah. No, on all seriousness though, I want to do more like wedding packages, and I need to get the wedding stuff more figured out, because I'm like, I have really good like diversity with different jobs that I do, but I kind of want to have more of a specialty, and I think weddings could be cool being like photo video packages with the people. Like I do them, but I don't promote them as much, and I kind of want to be more like a all-in-one service.
If only you had a photographer at your hands at a crossroad with his career path.
Wait, sorry?
You did not fall.
Not biting the bait. So
Sorry, I
we'll
didn't.
see you next time.
Yeah, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for all our 3 viewers.
Can't wait to do this in 2025 at the end of the year.
I know.
One year.
1 year?
I'm divorced. Your channel's on the ground.
You know, we can do it quarterly. We can do it every 3 months.
I've had 30 horrible days on Daylio.
Yeah.
My goal is that we can hopefully do this more than once a year, maybe 3 times a year.
I think we could do this.
That's a good
every
goal.
2 months.
All right.
Quarterly is great.
All right. Bye.